Hey there, it's the One Boom, and this is my response to the Infinite Warfare hate. If you already hate Infinite Warfare and you can't stand it, and you're just watching this so you can leave some nasty comment, please leave right now. Alright, now that you all stayed and didn't listen to me, I wanted to talk about my responses to Infinite Warfare's hate, and I have a lot of things to go over, but I first want to add a context to this video, a little bit of a distinction. Now, this video is not about liking or disliking Infinite Warfare. This video has nothing to do with liking and disliking. If you've seen beta gameplay, if you've seen the multiplayer trailer, if you've seen live comms, live streams, if you've seen campaign footage, and you've seen everything and you don't like it, that's 100% okay, I get that. Maybe you played the open beta on Xbox One or PS4, and you were just like, I don't like the time to kill, I don't like the setting, I don't like the maps, I gave it a try, I didn't like it. That's 100% okay, that's valid. And I will, I'll say that about a lot of games too. I'll look at the trailer, look at the gameplay, I'll play the beta, and I'll be like, this just isn't what I want. And that's fair. You shouldn't have to spend $60 just to see if it was any good. Okay, that's horrible. I mean, maybe you could rent it from Redbox or GameFly or something, but whatever. Also, this video is not about liking it or how much I like it. Personal feelings out of the way, I like it because it feels like Call of Duty Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3 had this weird love baby, and to me that looks interesting. I did not like Advanced Warfare, I liked Black Ops 3 for the first 5 months, and I actually adored Ghosts because of my competitive time in it. It has the gunplay of Ghosts with the movement of Black Ops 3, but slowed down, and a lot of the customization and everything kind of feels like Advanced Warfare because of the weapon variants, and I don't know, it just seems like a combination of a lot of things. It seems interesting, there's a lot of weird stuff in it, some stuff I hope gets changed or even removed, but that's not really important. I'm a sci-fi nerd, so seeing one of my favorite franchises, go full sci-fi, like not just cybernetic enhancements, not just exosuits, like actually sci-fi, like in space, lasers and spaceships, I like that. I am huge into sci-fi, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Stargate, I love that stuff, so that's my personal subjectiveness. It feels like Ghosts, Black Ops 3, and Advanced Warfare had an interesting love baby with my favorite genre of storytelling, so that's my personal bias. That doesn't mean the game is good, that's just why I like it, so far. That could change. So let's make that clear. 2 minutes into this, I want to make that very clear. This is not a video about liking or disliking, this is a video about the hate towards Infinite Warfare. Right off the bat, I cannot take the hate for Infinite Warfare very seriously. I can't take it seriously because the hate train started all the way back when the first, not even like the first trailer even, it's just the reveal trailer. It wasn't like a gameplay trailer, a campaign or multiplayer trailer, it wasn't a zombies trailer, it was literally campaign footage, cutscene footage, and at the end it showed Modern Warfare Remastered. When everybody hates a game collectively from that moment, I assume they're just hating it so it can be this sort of, hey, let's all hate this all at once, guys, kind of mentality. I don't think it has anything to do with actual gameplay, the actual design of the first-person shooter itself, so that's the biggest reason why I can't take Infinite Warfare hate seriously. The next reason is probably the YouTubers. The fact that the Call of Duty community has turned on this game is really embarrassing. I mean, it really shows why I'm not a fan or want to be a part of the Call of Duty community. I'm a first-person shooter channel. Okay, I like Call of Duty, it's probably top 3 my favorite franchises for first-person shooters, have a lot of good memories with it, yada yada. I don't want to be a Call of Duty YouTuber, and that's because Battlefield YouTubers I at least respect because when their games suck, they complain so constructively that it becomes beautiful. Battlefield 4 is a huge pile of shit for so many years. Doesn't matter to the Battlefield community. They worked and they worked and they gave feedback and they used the community test environment to make Battlefield 4 probably one of the best shooters ever made. Call of Duty players don't like the Infinite Warfare beta, and all of a sudden it's World War V and no one can get along, and there's this weird controversy and there's a line in the sand between whether you're a faggot or you hate Call of Duty. Now, a lot of these YouTubers, like Drifter and Prestigious Key, has said, I'm not enjoying the beta, but I hope my opinion changes. I hope they fix certain things so that I love the game. So, I'm not saying that, like, everybody's hating it, and I'm not even going to get into the conspiracy that the people that are not liking it the most are the people that got paid by EA to go play Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. I'm not going to get into that weird conspiracy I stumbled upon, because that one has some weird truth to it, and there's not a lot of guessing that has to go on. It's like, as soon as somebody got invited out to EA, they suddenly hate Infinite Warfare and they have nothing positive or constructive to say. They just fucking despise it. But speculation leads to lying and common consensus, so we don't spread conspiracies on this channel. I'm just saying that one's a little bit weird to me, personally. It doesn't have any water? Fuck no, moving on. Anyway, the complaints I heard, you guys probably saw the video where I talked about weapon variants in Infinite Warfare and how they're so overpowered. The video is titled Shut Up About Weapon Variants in Infinite Warfare. There were two variants everybody was complaining about. The weapon that replenishes full ammunition in the magazine after a double kill. So basically after a double kill, your reserves go into your magazine. Big fucking whoop. I made a whole critical video on that, and the gun that gives you health back once you get a kill. I even recorded a live gameplay where I did really try hard stuff with the SMG that gives you your health back, and I really couldn't find any use for it. I really couldn't find where it was so dramatically overpowered. So I've already tackled that. People didn't look critically at these weapons. They saw the perks and freaked out. And what's really embarrassing is that Call of Duty YouTubers that are so aware of guns and how they work and how patches work still got so pissed off. It's a beta. This is the time where you tweet the developer saying, this gun needs some work. This needs some tweaking. This bullshitted me. But I didn't see any of that. Okay? I saw blind, belligerent, Call of Duty's broken, rip COD, this is horrible, this is horseshit, I can't do anything with this is crap. Like, seriously, have you not played COD? COD's always started out with horrible weapon balance. Like, do you remember Black Ops 3's beta? Razorback M8, Razorback M8, Razorback M8. And those guns went through nerfs and buffs and nerfs and buffs. 5 months into the game, Black Ops 3 was so fucking balanced it was boring. Minus the brecci. Fuck the brecci. We might have some leftover PTSD from the fact that Sledgehammer never really fixed the MK14 from being useless, the ARX base model from being useless, some of the DLC weapons from being useless, and of course the BAL and ASM1, which reign fucking supreme. But anyway, things change, so I don't understand why freaking out over weapon variants is a viable reason to dislike Infinite Warfare as a first-person shooter. Next thing I heard was from Prestigious Key. Now, I respect Prestigious Key a lot, but it did come off really strange. That when complaining about a multiplayer beta, which we all know why we play multiplayer betas, right? To get a feel for the guns and the weapons, the way the game feels, the movement, the netcode, the server structure. I mean stability, not structure. Like, how is the connection, how is the hit detection, all that. And one of Prestigious Key's problems and why he didn't like the Infinite Warfare beta is that the rigs, the customizable rigs, are just suits. They're not characters. He complained that they didn't have any backstory. Okay, what? He also said he wishes it was more like Call of Duty Ghosts, where you could pick your character's face and everything. He said he felt like a faceless soldier. He's like, I'm a faceless soldier. Why am I in these battles? I don't even know anything about my own character. He's like, who am I? And why am I joining these mission teams? And why am I fighting these battles? Even in Call of Duty Ghosts, just because you picked your character's face doesn't mean you knew why you were in the battles. What the fuck? Like, it was really, really weird coming from a long-time Call of Duty player to be like, my characters don't have any backstory in the multiplayer. That's what made it the best. Black Ops 3 is the only shooter to have ever done that, okay? Prestigious Key then went on to say that it was too much like Black Ops 3. But Prestige, you liked Black Ops 3. So what, it's Black Ops 3 without character backgrounds? I understand wanting each Call of Duty to innovate more than the next, and we have been a little bit used to that. We have Black Ops 2, Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3, which were pretty drastically different from each other. So I understand the complaint a little bit, but seriously? A Call of Duty being more like a Call of Duty you liked, and not having character backstories in the multiplayer? That really threw you off, huh? My next point is the over-dramatic complaining from pub stompers and pro players, and even casual players when it comes to the advanced movement. I understand not wanting advanced movement, and I didn't want advanced movement this year actually at all. That's why I'm happy I have Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty 4 Remastered, because I do want to play some first-person shooters that don't rely on thruster packs, wall running, exosuits, or anything like that. But when people talk about advanced movement, they have to get so dramatic. They have to say stuff like flying around and swooping around and dodging and ducking and diving, and it's like, are you kidding me? I mean, you guys are paid. Pro players and stuff are paid for their skills, for how much they win. And your aim is miles above mine, your reaction time is miles above mine, so people slowly lifting off in Infinite Warfare completely breaks the game for you? Again, if you don't like advanced movement, don't buy Infinite Warfare. I totally understand that. I want to break from it myself. but having to be so overly dramatic with it. Like, you can't just be like, the movement adds an extra level of verticality. It's hard to get a flow when people can be where you don't expect them, and people can move around a lot faster. No, it's like they're flying around and they're jumping and ducking and dodging. I mean, you guys have heard this. If you guys watch pub stompers and pro players that are actively against advanced movement, you've heard that stuff. So, those are some of the reasons I don't agree with the hate towards Infinite Warfare. It started way too early, okay? And there's a final point here. After Call of Duty Ghosts, people complained that Call of Duty was too repetitive. Thus, Infinite Warfare was born. Infinity Ward started working on Infinite Warfare before the end of Ghost's life cycle. I know this because I've talked to some YouTubers that were visiting the Infinity Ward studios at the end of Ghosts, and they said that they were already working on their next game. Then we had Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and those were games that were also made in the wake of everybody complaining that Call of Duty was just the same. After Black Ops 2, Call of Duty was too simple, too linear, needed more. After Modern Warfare 3, needs more. This was just a remake of Modern Warfare 2, so Sledgehammer and Treyarch got to work on their titles, and it shows. You're just now seeing the effects of all the hate that was towards Call of Duty Ghosts, Black Ops 2, and Modern Warfare 3. The fact that a lot of people are just saying that Infinite Warfare is just a recycled version of Black Ops 3, when they themselves want a recycled version of World at War or COD 4. Now, I understand that we've had a lot of futuristic CODs in a row. I get that, I understand that, I feel you, I'm with you on that, but at the same time, you realize what it looks like to developers. You guys are too much the same. You guys are too different. Oh, you guys are too much the same when it comes to how different you are. Okay? Let them work their shit out. Infinite Warfare looking a lot like Black Ops 3 is not an inherently bad thing unless you hated Black Ops 3. I've heard some people saying, I'm done with Infinite Warfare. I hated the beta. I'm just going to play Black Ops 3 for another year. So many people were saying, Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 are just the same, so I'm just going to play Black Ops 3. That must confuse the hell out of developers. You want us to go back to how it was, but the thing is, some of you like the way it is, but you don't like the fact that Infinite Warfare is very similar to how it is, so you like Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare is too much like Black Ops 3, so you're just going to play Black Ops 3. What? 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 The reasoning is not there. I love digging into first-person shooters. I love digging into what they need and my opinions on them. Okay, so hearing just all of this shit before you've even played the full game with all the maps and all the weapons and gotten a feel for how players are actually going to be, in the game, it's so cringy. So anyway, guys, that's why I can't take Infinite Warfare hate seriously. If you dislike the game, I can understand that and I'll take that seriously. That is a genuine opinion. If you don't like the way Infinite Warfare is, that's totally fine. You've probably played enough first-person shooters to look at one and go, that one's not for me. If you like it, more power to you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I enjoy it. Hopefully it's not a similar Black Ops 3 situation where I like the beta, I play the game, 4 months later, I'm sick of it, 5 months later, I'm done with it, and 6 months later, I'm wondering why it's on my console. So sorry for another long video. This wasn't really supposed to be a rant. I feel like this was a little bit more put together, but that's why I can't get into the Infinite Warfare hate. That's my response to the Infinite Warfare hate, and the reason I like Infinite Warfare. Look forward to playing it on my channel. I hope you guys are looking forward to watching it. If you're not, that's fine. There's Battlefield content. I'm going to get back into Halo content and Destiny content, Milsim stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. So that's the end of this video, and I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.